Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, guys. I seem to have lost my sound. I can't seem to hear you guys at the moment. But, we're here for a little bit of an impromptu podcast. We're just going to be speaking about, as you've seen the title of the video, it's going to be the Cerundolo brothers, because they've been pretty epic in recent weeks. We've had Juan Manuel pipped his brother to winning his first ATP event. We've got Francisco, who looks like he's going to try and emulate his brother by going ahead and winning the next tournament back-to-back weeks. JG, take it away. I know you're big on these two guys.
I'm just so ecstatic, really, about both of them. I feel like I've been a bit disrespectful to Juan Manuel Cerundolo. We were saying he's the bad one of the two, the one who's not so good. Francisco's obviously been dominating for a bit longer. However, they're challenger players. I think Juan Manuel, he's more of an ITF player, to be honest. Francisco, better on the challengers. However, them to be doing what they're doing right now in the main draw is just credit to their hard work and their natural ability, because they've got it in abundance. They're playing with some of the world's best on the clay courts, and I really can't see when they're going to be losing a match, to be honest. I know Juan Manuel, he got knocked out in this one, but he's just off the back of winning five straight games on his debut on the ATP Tour and lifting a title in his first tournament in Cordoba. So we can't really be too harsh on him. Francisco, on the other hand, I saw him play just recently, about an hour ago, beat Benoit Paire, and he's just, mate, these they're so good. I really love watching them. They're two class clay court players, and we've got the French Open coming up. All I'm saying is watch out,
Mate, I totally agree. They are literally two of the best players I've seen in some time. Very, very young, very, very hungry, and you can see that they're beating some of the best players on tour, like Benoit Paire. Like, he's obviously a top 30 player.
Well, it's hard to really read too much into Benoit Paire because of who he is in terms of he's a bit of a rare case. Do you know what I mean? Is everything all right, mate?
Yeah, mate, I'm having some audio issues. Let me come out and come back in just to...
And here we are. It's just me on this cloudy screen. I'm not sure why it's so cloudy tonight. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, Davor, they're asking, are we going to be covering some of the other matches? Yeah, we're going to be talking about all the other tournaments as well. We'll be going through the brackets and having a look at, I think we're at semi-final level now for most of them. So that'll be fun to discuss who we think is going to be winning, how well players have done so far. And there's a few shocks as well. But let's just focus on the Cerundolo brothers. Because for me, I don't even know which. Well, we'll probably start with Juan Manuel, I think, because he's the one who, in this tournament, unfortunately, he went out. But let me just pull up some stats here. I might even be able to share my screen. It's probably the best thing to do until Ben gets back. One moment. There we go. Juan Manuel. Here he is. Can you see this? Let's have a little look. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so you can see there, he's 181 in the world. I think after he's just won this tournament, he's now going to be pushing up to about 140. He's only 19 years old, 6 foot. And you can see here, this is just, I was putting up some of his statistics. So in the actual main draw year to date, it's not, I don't think it's updated for his last loss, which was, I think, yesterday. You can see there, he's got an 100% record. It's about 90 or 80% now because he lost one. But that's just ridiculous. It really is. And for me, the most impressive thing is he kind of missed the Challenger Tour altogether. He played only 14 matches in his whole career on the Challenger Tour. It wasn't electric. He won about 50% of them. And I think that's why me and Ben maybe had a little bit more disrespect for him in terms of the fact that we didn't look at him as someone who's going to be a world beater, playing in the main draw and beating all these top players like he has. ITFs as well. It was okay. About, what's this, 30? He's won 61, lost 35. It's okay. But when you compare that to, say, his brother, let me just share that one, because that's for me, that was more impressive. He was the more promising of the two. One sec. Francisco. There you go. So, yeah, this is Francisco. When you compare that between him, you can see there, starting off with the ITFs, this guy was the real deal. He won 8 titles on the ITF tour, 78 matches he won. He only lost 26. Challenger Tour as well, he's got abundance of matches. And this is why we sort of really rated him. And he's sort of done it the more normal route, like Dominic Thiem and other top players. They've gone through the Challenger Tour. They've played plenty of matches to reach the level where they're at now. And he's one who's certainly done that way. And that's why I was expecting him to have a lot better record. He's now come on to the ATP Tour. He's only played his first tournament as well the other day. It was okay. So I think he won the first one, then lost the second. However, since then, we see right now what he's doing is remarkable. He's taken it by storm, and he's still in the hat for what's not Cordoba? What's the recent one called? Buenos Aires, obviously, in Argentina. Yeah.
Incorrect.
So he's taken that one and just beaten Benoit Paire.
Oh, mate, quite fantastic. I'm sorry that I had some really strange issues going on over here. Apologies for that. Not much I could do about it. It was just like the sound was repeating and I don't know what was going on, but I'm hopefully back in the game now. And just to look down some of his statistics there, like you were saying. Have you been through some of the players that he's been beating?
No, I'll let you do that. We'll have a share that of that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, pretty incredible if you look down this guy's resume, considering his age as well. You looking through Juan Manuel, or you want to look through Francisco first?
Let's have a look at Francisco. We've just had a look at Juan Manuel, but let's have a look at Francisco's recent results, and we can see what his run's been like so far, because he's still in this tournament. And I'm just super high on both of them. I just can't believe it. They're just so young. I've said Juan Manuel's the younger one of the two. He's 19. Francisco's 22. But the world's their oyster right now. I feel like the only way's up. They're just going to be getting better and better. We've got a French Open coming up. It's going to be a big ask. It would be crazy if they can even qualify, to be honest. However, the way they're playing right now, they've already shown they can kick it with the top 50 in the world on clay.
Yeah.
And they can give them a match. So why not?
Well, you see some of these.
I don't even know who's better right now. Like, I've always been saying Francisco's the better one of the two, but I'm not so sure.
No, well, he's sort of proven us wrong, isn't he, Juan Manuel? I think he's probably sick of living in his brother's shadow all this time. Everybody's talking Francisco. He's just gone and upset the apple cart, so to speak, and come straight in with an incredible first ATP winner, the first time of asking. Can't really ask for much more than that. And now the spotlight is going sort of back onto Francisco again, saying, "Can you do it now?"
Yep.
Your brother's just gone.
Well, look who he's just won. So scroll up slightly, mate.
Sorry.
So he's done 3 rounds already. There's 4. Sorry, I can't. You're in the wrong bit.
Yeah. So you want that one, the top bit there, yeah. So he's playing at the moment in the.
No, I want to see what his. Yeah, that's ridiculous. He's already playing again. No, but what's he? He's only won 1 round. Oh, yeah, because he had to qualify, of course, sorry. He went through all the qualification, beat some good players along the way. Calazar, I think that's a really impressive one. Even Velotti, to be fair. All of them, they're all top good clay quarters, but you can expect them to beat him the way he's been playing. However, Correa, first round, obviously, he's top 100 player, straight set. And then, most recently, I'm not sure why it's not showing it on there, mate, but he just beat Benoit Paire.
Well, it's at the top.
Oh, okay. It's at the top because they've got these doubles on right now. And then the Benoit Paire, I don't want to have to touch on it, but I feel like we have to. I don't know if you've got that up, mate, the video I shared with you earlier.
Bear with me 1 second. I'll just try it.
Find it on Twitter. It's probably on Twitter as well, because Benoit Paire, he was just an absolute disgrace today. I don't even know how to put it in a nicer way. The way he was acting on court, it's like a petulant child. It's just embarrassing
the video?
For someone who's been on tour. You can show maybe a little portion of it, because it is really, truly shocking what he's doing. You've got people in the comments saying Andrew Liu, saying Paire's a nutcase. I just think it's disrespectful. You're playing a younger guy. Set an example of what it's like to be on the ATP Tour. He's just completely thrown a game. And I know he's losing. He's 5-1 down in the third set. I just think it's embarrassing. It really is. And you can see here, I don't know how much we're allowed to show of it, but we'll just show briefly because I feel like it's worth showing. most of you have probably seen it. Look at this. Just, can't be bothered. And this is probably the worst of them. On match point.
Oh, come on. That's just ridiculous.
Have you watched the whole clip, mate? Because even before the whole game, he did that. Francisco gives it a little laugh, but he's just embarrassing the guy.
Mate,
look at him.
Just, what's the point? Why even bother showing up?
Well, I think it's just disrespectful more than anything. Just show a bit of respect for your opponent.
Yeah, mate. Don't want to get us in trouble showing those anyway.
Yeah, but Francisco, he's not going to mind. He's going to be he's now through to the next round. We'll be having a look who he's playing next. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm hoping Per gets a hefty fine. He's reached out on Twitter since, and he's tweeted. I don't know if you've got his tweet.
Yeah, just bear with me 2 seconds. I think you sent it to me, didn't you?
Yeah.
1 second. I'll download that and I'll just share it into the stream. 1 sec.
Fernando Melo saying, "Isn't Per always a disgrace?" Well, he can play good tennis. There's no doubt about it. He's a good tennis player when he's got his head together, and he's I think when he's serving well, he's a lot better. Per has reached out. He must have been getting a lot of hate on Twitter, and I don't speak French, but it doesn't sound good. He's got the middle finger up there, and he's put his win to loss record, how many titles he's won, and how much money he's made in his career.
Wow.
Basically, just a big middle finger to the whole world saying, suck on that.
F you to the tennis fans around the world to say, I don't even have to win and I can still make $8.5 million. So it's a bit sad, really, though. I think people go to watch tennis because they're fans of the game. They don't go and watch tennis to see someone who's just not even bothered. It's a sad sight for tennis, really, when you've got players like that doing those sort of things, those antics. It's just, I don't think it's, well, those players should be punished, obviously. And we've seen it in the past. They have.
Well, he's going to get a fine, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure,
whether it's further than that. Personally, if I was that event, I wouldn't want to see him there next year in Argentina. But I don't know. It's what it is. I think he's got to learn his lesson. But is he going to really care? There's always going to be tournaments who are going to let him play. We're always going to see these same outbursts for him. I just feel like it's hard to get behind someone like that. But regardless of that, it is a bit of comedy. If you find it funny. I've found many incidents Per's done in the past quite comedic. But now it's getting to the point where, how old is he? He's getting on. He's not young. He's not a young guy.
Early 30s, isn't he?
Early 30s, an experienced player. It's kind of like more childish and laughable. Like it's got to the stage where it's not funny anymore, and you just look at him like as a bit of a petulant child. But anyway, enough about Per, because I don't want to talk about Per. Let's talk about the Cerundolo brothers. And we've got Lucas there saying the next match for him is going to be Andujar next round.
Ooh, tough. Andujar's playing really well. Andujar's, I forget who he was playing. Who was he playing today, Andujar? Someone refreshed my memory, but I saw that he was winning quite comfortably as well against somebody who was pretty good. Who was it? Mega. Yeah, he beat him in straight sets. So I was pretty shocked, to be honest. Thought Mega might put up more of a battle, but got him to a tiebreak in the second, but not good enough. Andujar could be making a little run. He could be one to watch in this tournament, I think.
Not for me. Francisco's knocking him out. I'm telling you now. I think Cerundolo beats Andujar. Where is he in the world? Top 50? He's well up there, isn't he?
Yeah,
Andujar?
I think Andujar, just outside 57.
57, yeah. And it's mental. Francisco Cerundolo, he's 137 in the world. Whether that's going to increase, I'm not sure. Most likely it is now. He's going through this tournament. If he's beating Andujar, then, mate, for me, I think both of the Cerundolo brothers, the way they're going, I think it's a matter of time in these clay court swing as well for them to be both inside the top 100.
Oh, mate, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Imagine that. Some proud parents out there, I bet, as well. Just imagine seeing that. Your sons just playing at the highest level of the game and both doing it in back-to-back tournaments and in their own country as well, don't forget. I know it's you're sort of favoured a bit by being on the home surface, but you still got to beat the players, and they're doing it. And it's hard sometimes when there's a lot of hype behind you to beat these players. For me, I don't think it's like clean cut. They can just go out there and just easily win. They still got to perform, but they look like doing it, having fun while they're doing it. So I'm all for it, mate. You know us. We'll promote those challenger players. We'll promote the ITFs, and we hope to see them now. They're winning an ATP event, so it's fantastic. Love it. Love seeing that.
I think we're going to just cut it there on the Cerundolo brothers. Good way to start the podcast. Super positive, and it shows you some young players. I know you probably all know who they are, but just watch this space with both of them, because I honestly can see them going all the way. I really do. I think they're both super talented, super young. They have a really good mental side as well to their game, and just a really interesting, fascinating players to watch. So let's see what happens with them. But without further ado, let's talk about some of the other tournaments, what's going on. And I think let's start with Rotterdam, because there's been some really weird sort of results. I changed the background. There we go, Rotterdam. And Ben's going to share the draw for it. There
you go. I'll bring that up for you. And just have it. Well, we haven't even really touched on, have we? The crazy. We sort of did a little bit when we were doing Murray last night, didn't we? We sort of spoke about what's his name, Medvedev going out, Zverev going out, and now obviously Nishikori going through as well. That's really great to see him sort of getting back to the top.
De Minaur going out as well.
Yeah,
that top side. To be fair, mate, I don't know if Fucsovics has just won the match. I know he was up a set and up a break at one point. Fucsovics has won, so he won 6-3, 6-2 against Davidovich Fokina.
Solid.
So there, sorry, it's already updated. I didn't even notice that.
Sorry,
mate. And then you can see, mate, I think the top of the draw right now, just go to the top, mate.
To the top?
Yeah, just the top part of the draw. Fucsovics could potentially go all the way and win that. Like, it wouldn't be that shocking to see Fucsovics in the final. He's got Tommy Paul, Nishikori, Coric, and Fucsovics. What's to say Martin couldn't be all the way in the final?
Well, mate.
And who would have thought that he would have won that top side with the likes of De Minaur, Medvedev,
he's got all the ability, mate. We're the biggest riders of Martin. We both know how good he is and what he can bring to the table. So I don't think we're shocked by anything Martin can do. For me, he's one of the most underrated players on the tour. So.
Yeah, and Davor here, he's bringing some ridiculous quotes from me, which I must have said. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dutch guy beats Coric. Yeah,
the Dutch guy.
I just think he's that good, that Van der Zand slot. However, Coric, credit to him. He's done well, beat an informed Lajovic as well. And if you're being realistic, I think Coric is the favourite to now reach the final from that top, from the top half of the draw. Whether he does it or not is another matter, but I really do fancy him to be able to do it.
Yeah,
in terms of he's the favourite, but then my outside pick from that top would be Martin Fucsovics. I don't really give Nishikori much of a chance. I think he's done well so far, and it's really promising to see, obviously, a former top 10 player, like one of the world's best, Nishikori, coming back to his best a little bit after his injury. That's really refreshing to see.
Mate, this is one of the players. Remember, he was like top 5 in the world, Nishikori, and it's just sad to see him sort of fall away. It was sort of similar to like seeing Gal Monfils fall away a bit. These are top 10 players, but we're like household names we're used to seeing there. And good. I think he has a chance in this tournament. I'm not going to lie. I think Nishikori.
I don't personally. I've not seen enough from him. I think he's done really well. Obviously, beating De Minaur, that was amazing, and then Felix as well. I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion on Nishikori yet because I've just seen only 2 really good results from him. I've just been really disappointed. So if he beats Coric, though, honestly, I think you could then say Nishikori's back. And Jackie there saying Nishikori could beat Coric. I don't think he'll be the favourite in that match, but if he does, then Nishikori is back. You can announce it.
You can put the banners up. The Nishikori banners can go up. That would be nice.
Might be the year for Japan, mate. We've already seen Osaka in Australian Open.
Yeah, maybe. I agree with Andrew Liu. Like Dark Horse Fucsovics, yeah, for sure. I mean, he's somebody who we always talk about. He's always in the qualifying normally, so you never know that he's actually in the tournament before we've picked the thing. But I'm sure we would have had him probably going further had we known.
Yeah.
But as you can see, Tommy Paul, he's been playing well, knocked out Bublik, Thomas Rock's favourite guy. He's been doing quite well, Bublik. Been quite impressed by him. But Tommy Paul, he's someone we were pretty big on. Obviously, he did well at the beginning of the last year, didn't he? He was knocked out Dimitrov out the Australian Open. That was really impressive from him. And then sort of still kept up there, playing some good tennis, but fell away a bit towards the end of the year. So I think he's more of a beginning of the year type guy. I think he's back again.
Just reading what Thomas Rock said there. Nishikori is no Ben McLachlan. Borna's got this. And that's something I want to ask you, Ben, now. So giving them the top 4 on the top side of the draw, who's your number 1 to reach the final? And then we'll do the same for all of these.
Okay. On the top side.
If it makes let me go first, because I don't want you to pick the same as me. Martin Fucsovics.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty solid. I reckon he should win that one against Tommy Paul. I reckon Nishikori. I'm going to go Nishikori Fucsovics.
No, sorry, mate. Just one from the 4.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, who's your finalist from the top
I'm
side
going
of
to
the
go Nishikori. I'm going to stay on the bandwagon. I think Nishikori's going to keep it up, and he's going to. I'm surprised
none of us said the favourite, which would be Coric.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it? We don't seem to favour Coric too much, but he is very up and down. Very up and down.
Yeah, Davil's not going to like us for that, for sure. But
definitely not.
I'll be happy to be proven wrong, because he certainly is a good player.
Very, very good player. But who do you reckon from the bottom side then is going to be? Are you Shine, Tsitsipas, Rublev, maybe Khachanov?
Well, this is the higher ranked players, isn't it? Especially them Russians and Tsitsipas. Yep. It's a tough one, isn't it? It really is. I think for me, it's got to be Tsitsipas. It really does.
Ooh.
Yeah.
For me, I think Rublev, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Rublev, I would maybe say it's just because I wasn't that impressed against Murray. I thought he didn't play very well against Murray.
No, I don't think he did, but I think he still got through, and that was just enough, really. I think he'll improve as the tournament goes through, and I think I wasn't that impressed by Tsitsipas's performance against Hurkacz today.
Well, Hurkacz is quality, though.
I think he could struggle against Khachanov, to be honest. I think Khachanov loves the indoor hard courts. It could be Khachanov. We could see an all-Russian affair, mate. I think.
Yeah, in the
don't
semis.
Rule out Chardy. I've done it already. Don't rule him out again.
Fair enough. We've got George there saying fancy Khachanov to beat Tsitsipas. Davil saying that's why I'm here. Meg talking about Dimonor. Obviously, Dimonor's been knocked out, but I don't know if you saw his rally the other day against Millman. It was like a 48 shot rally or 40-something, 46, I think. Yeah, something ridiculous. One of the best rallies I've seen all year. And to end it like that, I think Millman just threw his racket. He was just in disbelief that Alex de Minaur managed to get that one extra ball back and with so much zip as well. Mental.
It's more. That was incredible. And then you had the unbelievable with Medvedev hitting shots and turning his back on the ball. Yep. He won the point, but for me, it was a bit risky. I think he could have got hit by the ball quite easily there, and maybe that was his plan. He didn't want to face having the ball hit at him. It was a bit strange, to be honest. Didn't understand that. He lost the match, and he was laughing about that, and he was just having a bit of a laugh on the court. I don't know. Very odd. Not sure what was going on in that match.
Yeah, we've got Andrew saying, how did de Minaur get round the net? Honestly, it was, I think, maybe the best shot I've seen so far this year. I don't think there's many up there like that. That was just... It was breathtaking, especially after 40-odd shots.
So you want to go back to Rotterdam? I don't mind.
No, sorry, we've done Rotterdam. Yeah, we can do Buenos Aires. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So we went through that one.
There's not many rounds for this one because it's later on. That's the only thing. But we can talk about some of the early rounds. Schwartzman, obviously.
Apologies.
Schwartzman's obviously the favourite. I've not really seen him play much, to be fair. I don't think we've seen him play at all yet. And he's playing... That's not Kleck, is it? That's... what's his name? The young guy. Klein. Lucas Klein. I'm not sure why they've got that written there. They've butchered that name massively.
They love changing people's names up on this tennis draw challenge. I tell you, it's a very bizarre, isn't it? He's like, come on, give these guys the credit they're due and actually get their names on there. Come on, Klein's really good as well. I thought actually I'm looking forward to seeing how he fares against Schwartzman. Had a good match in the last round, I believe. Klein looked pretty impressive. I think he beat. Was it
Andrej Martin?
Andrej Martin, that's it. Sorry, apologies.
It's on the screen.
It's right in front of my face, mate. 6-4, 6-3. Yeah. Impressive, though, I think. Andrej Martin, we know that he is a really good clay court player. Not been great recently, but someone of his level, you'd expect to beat someone like Klein. And credit to Klein, did him in straight sets. So I was pretty impressed by Klein. You've been talking up Klein quite a lot to me. That's how I sort of knew who he was.
Yeah, because he's a strong server, big guy, a bit lanky build. I watch a lot of his stuff because he's a challenger player predominantly, and I like watching some of the challenger guys. He's one on the clay court, so I really like watching. Don't give him much hope against Schwartzman, though. This is, for me, Schwartzman's to lose. I don't think he's going to lose it again. Munar, TFO, that's happening right now. Really close first set. Both of them very even, I think, on this kind of level.
Yeah,
the clay court, TFO is a bit of a clay court. People don't really know. People say he's a hard court. He's American, obviously. But he's very good on the clay. It sort of suits his game. Obviously, he can sort of run around the forehand a little bit more. He's got a bit more time. And he's someone dangerous, certainly, to watch. So credit to everyone who picked TFO to go through. I think me and Ben both went for Bagnis, and complete amateur mistake there. With this draw, we can't really talk too much about it because I don't think we've seen many rounds. Let's just go through quickly some of the ones below. Kecmanovic is doing all right. These are the ones who have already played. So we've got, I don't know if you want to go across, mate. We see the 4 then.
What? Do you want to go?
No, go down a bit. So we've got Kecmanovic, oh, yeah, of course. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Oh, no, there is more, yeah. You keep going. So Andahar.
Cerundolo.
I'm forgetting what round this is. Where's the bottom 4?
Apologies, just clicked on his name.
What are you doing tonight?
Mate, I can't negotiate this new mouse pad. I know, mate. This new laptops. So we got Ramos versus Nagal, who Nagal beat Garin. That's another big one we haven't spoken about. I was super shocked. I mean, obviously, Nagal bageled João Sousa in the last round and was looking really good. Nagal, I always call him the Indian Nadal, but he's obviously not on that level. But beating someone like Christian Garin in straight sets on clay, that's some serious talking you're doing there. And now he's coming up against Ramos Vinolas, who's been playing really well, knocked out Koepfer there in straight sets as well. And he was, I believe he was a 5-3 down in that first set.
He was, Koepfer was doing all right.
Yeah, so and we were thinking, Koepfer's going to win that one. Didn't happen. Now, this one's really tough. Hard to call. I might go Nagal, I think. You?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it, mate. 50-50. I don't know who's going to win. It's a complete toss-up. I'll say Vinolas. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, so basically, let's just do the 4 then, because we've got other women's tournaments I want to talk about as well. So for me, I'm going to go Francisco Cerundolo. It's the name of the podcast. He's got a big ask to beat Andahar, and then either Vinolas or Nagal. But I think he can do it. He's that good. It's in Argentina. Come on, Cerundolo. Don't let me down. I'm a huge fan of you, and I would just love to see him do it.
Well, I think it's going to come from that match, to be honest. Who goes in is the one that goes through. I think it could be either Andujar or Cerundolo.
Nice.
So Andujar playing really well, but as is Cerundolo, he wants to get that tournament after his brother obviously won that other one. So, and on the other side,
well, there's a few less games to have done there. However, I think the one from Munar TFO they could do well. However, for me, it's got to be Diego Schwartzman, the number 1 seed. He's not seen him really impress yet. He went out in the first one in Argentina. He's got another shot here now. The Diego Schwartzman exhibition, round 2. Don't let me down the second time. Surely not.
Come on. Don't let me down, as the song says. Don't let me down. Right. I reckon it's got to be in it. Surely. Come on. If not Laszlo, I think that's a tough one. 2 Serbians playing each other. I think Laszlo Djere, probably. We could see Laszlo Djere, and I think he runs Schwartzman pretty close as well, Laszlo Djere. I think he can have an odd tournament.
You think he beats Kecmanovic?
I think he does, yeah. I'm going to go with Laszlo Djere to beat Kecmanovic.
Not for me. I think Kecmanovic will win that one.
Well, there you go. We both think so. What, could we see an all-Argentinian final? Could we have the Cerundolo versus the Schwartz?
It would be epic. I would love to see it. I don't know if I can do a live watch along for it because I'm seeing my girlfriend this weekend. However, if I wasn't, I would love to be able to do that. I'm going to have an eye on it for sure.
I will see how free the diary is. I know that we've got some other big things which are coming up potentially next week that we're still teasing everybody with. We'll hopefully have some announcements next week. So fingers crossed, we're going to be working hard around the clock, really, over the weekend. So we'll see what we can squeeze in anyway on that.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on at Game to Love. But let's move on to some of the other tournaments because someone was asking, LS Fire was asking, have we covered Lyon already? No, we haven't. So let's move on to the women's and let's go to Lyon. We're only going to be giving our selections. We'll just be doing let's just pick the top from the top draw from the top side of the draw, the bottom side of the draw, our 2 finalists, and then we can say a winner for each one.
Let's do it then. So
far we had I had Diego Schwartzman, Cerundolo.
Look at this guy up here. Who's that guy? JG, 4th.
Really? That's a bit of a
Look at
shock.
you
I didn't
go,
even
mate.
know that.
He's doing all right.
I had to
mate,
check you had the right thing there.
Right, let's
That's a
go
bit
to
weird.
Leon. Anyway, we'll go to Leon. And some quite interesting matchups here. This one, we obviously got Torsen, mate. She's on a stormer. I think she's going to go through again against Camila Giorgi, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I really do. It's just such a shame. I didn't know Tulsa was going to be the one playing Alexandrova. I doubt I would have picked her being against the number 1 seed. However, I'm a huge admirer of her. I think she's a real talent. Another young player who plays on the lower ranked tennis for sure, but she can do it she can do it already. She's showing she is ready for this next step. And watch out for Torsen because she's going to be dangerous. I think she beats Georgie as well.
We've got George there saying we need some more song lyrics for players. Well, I'll try my best, mate. Try my best. And Dylan agreeing with George there. Good to have you in as well, mate.
Yeah, and also you just missed, mate. How can you miss this one? You just skip Thomas Rock.
No, I'm not skipping him, mate. He's there because he's trying to get back to number 1 again, isn't he? He's fuming with Jordan Santner, I think. Just trying to get back to that top spot. Clawing his way back up there, bit by bit. Don't worry, we appreciate the hell out of you, mate. Thomas Rock. Yeah, don't you worry. You're never forgotten. Right, so, and LS5 saying Torsen has quite an aggressive game. Yeah, really, really aggressive game. And love to see it as well, like a Swiatek as well. This is the new breed of women's tennis coming through.
It's exciting.
Love it. Very. So, moving down, obviously they haven't had these matches. Madlenovic, mate, one of your favourites.
She's not done anything yet, has she? She's only won one match.
Yeah, I know. Do you see her going any further?
She's not really a threatening one. Clara Burrell, really happy I called that. Wild card, exciting player. Watch out, Sasnovic. She could be the other young one. I want to see Burrell Towson in the final for me. I thought 2 young guns just going all the way and doing something special, but I think it's going to be tricky.
Is this not updated? Because I swear Minnen beat Roos today.
Yeah, quite possibly, mate. Maybe it's not updated. So
I don't think it is. So I think you've got Minnen.
I'll tell you the results.
Madlenovic went through against Gasparian in straight
Burrell.
set.
Burrell beat Sasnovic. Wow. So she beat Sasnovic 7-5. She won the first 6-2. She lost the second. She bageled her in the final set. Watch out, Clara Burrell.
Mental.
I can't believe it.
I know.
She's gone through yet again. Golovic beat Caroline Garcia 6-1, 6-2. Badoza 6-2, 6-4. She went through. Mladenovic went through again 6-4, 6-2. And Minnen beat Rouge, like you said.
And look at that. Fiona Ferro just like sneaking through due to, say retirement. I think she's my overall winner.
Ferro's got Burrell next. The all French affair. Watch out.
Look at these Frenchies down the bottom there, trying to ensure that they get somebody into those semi-finals by the looks of it. Well, I think that Burrell has a real chance, to be honest, but I backed Ferro to win the whole thing, so I've got to stick with Ferro. I'm going with Ferro from the
Burrell,
bottom.
mate. I'm going to go Burrell. I'm just going to go for the hype. I'd love to see Burrell do it. She's a young gun, but I love her.
Torsen from the top.
No, you're not actually going to take that, are you?
Mate, I'm going Torsen from the top.
Let me see the top. I'm going to go. Wait, sorry. You got what's the top? You're moving around too fast. Stay still.
Madlenovic and Badoza are here, just so that's what I was going to say.
Okay, so I'm going to go Badoza then. Badoza for me from the top.
Okay. Interesting.
So I'm going to have a Badoza Burrell final, and Burrell's going to nick it and win the whole thing.
It's all about the bees. He is. I'm going with Torsen Ferro, I think, now. But I'm still sticking with Ferro. She was my pick from the start. That's what's going to get me the win in the bracket, hopefully. We will see.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go over to Doha. And
this is more of a stacked field, for sure.
Just a bit.
Let's just go straight to the semi-finals because we've got them officially announced, and that is going to be at the top Azarenka, Muguruza, huge, and at the bottom we have
Kvitova.
This is a crazy as well. Kvitova and Pegula. If we knew Pegula was there, there's no doubt both of us would have had her going that far.
Yeah,
100%.
We said it.
Like, if we knew who she was, We were saying that if you watch our draw preview for it, she was a qualifier. Wherever we didn't know where she was going to be put in the draw, but wherever Pegula was going to be, I was going to always back her to go deep in this tournament. I think she beats Kvitova as well.
Oh, come on, mate. Well,
she beats Kvitova as well, yeah.
She could, but I'm just sticking with my pick from the start of the tournament, Kvitova, to win the whole thing. I think she showed real strength to get past Kontaveit, who is in raging form in this tournament. Looks really good, and even looked good against Kvitova, but Kvitova strong. Well, you saw Muguruza absolutely breezed past Sakkari. I was shocked by that. I thought it'd be more of a contest. And same with that. Azarenka Svitolina, she did the same. So maybe the winner's coming from the top, mate.
I think the winner is going to come from the top. There's no doubt about it. I think Muguruza is going to beat Azarenka, and we're going to see a Muguruza-Pegula final, which Muguruza wins. I think she's just been that good. For me, she's been a level above everyone else. You see how close she come against Osaka recently, 2 match points, and she was electric at the Australian Open.
Keep rubbing that in, those 2 match points. Stop doing it. I know it was 2 match points. I felt the pain then. I still feel it now. That could have been my Australian Open, I tell you.
Thomas Rock saying Dark Horse Pegula. Yeah, she certainly is. Watch out. Dangerous.
Yeah, definitely dangerous. It'd be interesting to see when we get to see Osaka again as well, to be honest. But
I think she's only messing around in the big draws now, mate. She's going to save herself on the other slams or masters.
It's all about the cash these days, isn't she? Osaka, she's that highest paid female athlete. She's just got that sponsorship money these days. Doesn't need these small tournaments. Get out of it. So we've got you're going with, you say Muguruza or do you say Pegula?
Muguruza and Pegula, and Muguruza's going to win. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going Kvitova. I'm going to go Muguruza. I've got to stick with Kvitova, haven't I? I forgot her on the bracket. Come on. If I can get the winner of both women's brackets, I'd be amazed.
Yeah, shout out to you, Soren. He's asking, where's Shay? Well, I think Shay's resting. She's had a very tough last few weeks, and she's having a nice, well-deserved rest.
Yes, she is. She is out the way at the moment. Shay Su Wei. She's having a well-deserved rest. She ran around a lot during that Australian Open. Bless her. Well, you gotta love her. I can't wait to see her back on court. Actually, I'm quite excited to see her play now. She really made women's tennis come to life a little bit in that tournament, just with her personality and interesting style. Yeah.
One thing we've not done is Rotterdam. We didn't say had 2 semi-finalists and winners. Well, I said mine. I don't know if you said yours. 2 finalists, sorry. I had Vukcevic on the top, and I had Tsitsipas from the bottom, and Tsitsipas is going to win the whole thing. And yours was, just to clarify, I think you said Nishikori at the top.
And then I think Rublev. And I think Rublev's going to win the whole thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you think.
Yeah, I've sort of changed my tune in this tournament. I just get the feeling when all the other players sort of drop out or aren't playing very well, like we saw last year, even in St. Petersburg, Medvedev dropped out early. Rublev sort of thrives when as soon as Medvedev goes out the draw, he's like, oh, sweet, I'm actually in for a chance now. I don't have to face Medvedev. I can win this tournament. And I think he can. I think
Fire agrees. He's gone for Rublev as well.
Yeah, I think that even though he played not great against Murray, he still beat him in straight sets. And Murray didn't play badly either. Murray played quite well in that match. So I think credit to Rublev. He's beating somebody who's playing well when he's not playing well. And now if you see him suddenly turn it on and start playing well, yeah, everyone's in for a real rough ride for the rest of this tournament, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, let's wrap it up there. We just wanted to do a little over sort of thing of the whole tournament. We've not really spoke about too many results. I know we've been doing a lot of draw previews. We did a watch along the other day. It started off chatting about the Cerundolo brothers, how good they're going to be. I think we end it with the Cerundolo brothers. And I want to ask you, what is your end-of-year prediction in rankings for both of them? And who's going to be higher? Because right now, I'm going to tell you, this is the big question because you've got Cerundolo, Juan Manuel. He's 181, but I think he's going to be 140, I believe.
Yeah, nice.
And then Francisco's about 137. So they're basically in the same level in terms of ranking.
It's great.
Question 1, who's going to finish the year above who? And also what positions they're going to be. Are they going to both be around what level?
Yeah.
Or is one going to fall off completely?
Let us know in the comment section. We always want to hear from you guys, or come join in the Discord, because we're going to be talking about the Cerundolo brothers a lot in the Discord. Join us in there. We're chatting tennis 24/7, seeing the progression of Francisco, hopefully through this tournament. So then
I want to ask you now, though. I want to ask you now. What's your answer?
I think Francisco ahead of Juan Manuel, and I think Francisco can get, by the end of this year, you could see him top 60. I'm not going to go any more than that.
That's big, yeah. I think you've even overdone me, mate. I was going more 70, top 70, and I think Juan Manuel is going to be better than Francisco.
Wow.
He's already shown that winning fight. He's younger, and he's already won a tournament, mate. He's 19 years old. He's already got a tournament under his belt. He's going to be full of confidence, brimming. I watched him against Del Bonis. I was impressed. The moon balls, I'm not sure how. I think Francisco's game will be able to develop better on the other surfaces.
Yeah.
Juan Manuel seems to be very much clay court. You take him off it, he could be like a top 400 or 500 player, to be honest.
For me, I don't know. I think people might get wise to that sort of technique, and that's the only reason.
It's not just that, though. He's got a lot in his game, mate. If you watch him, I was watching him against Del Bonis, and I know he lost, but it was a really exciting player. Just watch out for him.
Well, maybe it was just he'll introduce moonballs onto all surfaces, and he'll do well on all. And this will be the new style.
You're saying JM playing indoors would be funny to watch it. I don't think it would be very, very good. I think he would actually
hit the ceiling.
He'd get obliterated by people, maybe 300 in the world, 400 in the world.
Wait and see. Wait and see. He'll be in them soon.
Let's see what happens. We're going to wrap this one up. We'll see you very soon. I think the weekend we're going to be doing some more draw previews.
Yes.
But until then, if you want to chat in the description, like the video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you at the weekend.
Indeed, guys. Apologies for my connection issues.